Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Thanks for waiting, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Wine Down Live. If you are new here, my name is Shayla Renato. I am the founder of Black Girls Wine and founder of the award winning International Black Girls Wine Society. So listen, I'm a little behind today, guys. I was having like some camera issues. I had to play around with it a little. So if you were waiting or looking for me, thanks. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. I am here. All right. What are you guys drinking this week? If you've never watched this show and you're kind of like, who is this woman and what is she talking about? Hello, Love Story Mobile Winery. Wine Down Live is a weekly show every single Wednesday. I go live at 6 p.m. I'm right here and I review a new wine. My goal is to help you find your next new wine and fall more in love with wine every single week. All right. So that's the goal. That's what we're here to do. I'm not here to sell a wine to you. I'm very honest in my reviews. If I don't like it, you guys will probably be able to tell. I think for those of you who are regulars, you kind of already know, like, Shayla ain't feeling it, and I keep it real professional. If I love it, you know that I love it. So I can, I'm pretty straightforward. Um, how many of you feel like you are looking for a new wine to love? Maybe you want to try something new. Maybe you've been buying the same thing for a few weeks. Drop in the comments. Tell me if you haven't had anything new yet. I have all three rosés open. I'm open to popping in. Oh, yay! Oh, awesome, Cynthia. Okay. Um, so, you guys, Cynthia is one of my wine tipsters. She's a member of Black Girls Wine Society. She is my sister all the way from Baltimore. Thank you, bestie. My bestie's watching. Thank you, thank you. So this lipstick is from a Black-owned, woman-owned company, and it is, listen, honey, it's everything. First of all, you guys see the color. I love the lipstick. The color payoff is amazing. But also, let's be clear. I'm opening my rosé, guys. This is what I'm drinking this week. I wanted to get it open. Also, let's be clear. The lipstick that I'm wearing will not get on my glasses, so I can't wait to show you. Well, I can show you guys now. Listen, look. No more on the glass. This glass is this glass I need to grab a different glass, but this one kind of got messed up. Be careful when you're washing your plastic wine glasses. You want to make sure that you wash them with a cloth or paper towel, or fiber cloth, or something like that. Okay. But this lipstick is like, it's not going to come off when you're drinking wine. It's not going to come off when you're smoking cigars. You can kiss your man, okay, with this lippy. It comes off with a simple makeup remover. It's literally perfect. It's perfect for going to dinner. It's perfect for like any of that. So, and I'm going to be going live next week with the founder of this lipstick line. Okay, there's your first announcement for today. I was going to wait and announce that later, but guys, I'm going live with the founder of this lipstick line next week. Her and I are going to have a glass of wine. We're going to talk, but um, you guys will get to hear from her and hear about her inspiration and everything like that. So we're going to talk beauty next week. So ladies, make sure you tune in, okay? But I'm super excited. Like, I love a lip that's going to last through dinner, that's going to last through, yay! Dorothy says she's going to be tuning in. We're getting ready to bring Cynthia in a second. Cynthia, did you send me a request already? Miss Lex said she hasn't yet. She's been on her Pinot Grigio, but she's looking for a good rosé. Okay, well, Miss Lex, look, I reviewed some rosés earlier this month. I've been focusing on rosés all month long. So um this is my last rosé for the month, I think. I might do another rosé. Maybe I might do one more. But the challenge for this month was to try a different rosé every single week. Who's been getting in on the challenge? Drop a wine glass if you have been participating in the challenge. If you're new and you didn't get a chance to, it's okay. There's another one coming. Okay. But I love, love, love when we do these challenges because I love, you don't see the request option? It should have let you. Oh, there we go. There we go. Um, okay, now my Instagram is freezing. Hold on, Cynthia. Hold on. Look, now it won't let me answer it. So yeah, I'm really excited about having her with us and talking about the lipstick. We're also going to be talking about membership in a few weeks because our doors open on August the 5th. So if you are looking to grow your palette, then I definitely want to have you I want to talk to you about membership. I want to talk to you about membership with society, what that looks like, what that entails, all that good stuff. Okay. I'm going to bring Cynthia on so she can try this wine with me. So Cynthia got the wine for tonight. I'm showing it on my screen. You guys can see it. Facebook, you may be able to. Hey, Alicia. Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you say hey. Say hey in the comments. I'm trying to help everybody be able to see it. This is from Deloach. It's a Rosé of Pinot Noir. It's Sonoma County, and I'm super excited about it. All right, I'm gonna bring Cynthia in so her and I can sip on this together. Thanks for the tip on the plastic glass. Yes, like I love plastic glasses, you guys, because I can be a little clumsy. Cynthia's on! Yay! Hey, Cynthia!
How are you?
I am wonderful.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I had to turn my look. I'll turn my sound up. Facebook, let me know if you guys can hear Cynthia okay. Somebody drop in the comments in Facebook and let me know if y'all can hear her. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm so sorry I missed you when you were in Baltimore.
Oh, it's okay. I was like, where's Cynthia? I definitely missed you.
Yeah, I'm hard to catch up with on the weekends just because of my line of work, but you know.
I understand. All right, guys. Me and Cynthia are gonna try a new wine. So if you are looking for a new favorite wine, this rosé may be it. Cynthia, did you sip on it already? Okay, good. Shalisa said she can hear you.
Oh yeah, I've got all kinds of things. Oh, I'm like I had to strategize my glass game so that I didn't get confused.
I see, and that would confuse me if I had all of them open. I would be like, I don't even know what's going on.
5 seconds later, I'd be like, "What's going on?" Yeah, I had to put my Rosé Pinot Noir in a Burgundy glass. I put the one that reminded me most of Spanish Rosado in my AP glass. And the one that I thought would benefit from just a little bit longer aromatics in my tulips. So I'm good.
Oh, I like it. Hey, Paulette. All right, so Cynthia, which one are you drinking? The 3 that came in the kit?
I am. Oh, absolutely. I was just like, I have to catch up.
Yes. Okay, well, let's start. Tell us what you thought about last week's rosé. So last week, you guys, I talked about the rosé. I want you guys to hear it from Cynthia, and to hear what she thought about it.
So last week I missed because I was working and I couldn't sneak on work. So did you do the Buena Vista or did you do the WCW?
I did the Buena Vista last week.
Okay. The Buena Vista is the ones that, like, it was funny because of the name being in Spanish. I was like, okay, let's see what the wine is going to do. I opened it and I got all this effervescence coming out of it, right? Almost like bubbles. And so I'm like, okay, so that one's going to probably remind me the most of a chocolate because there's a region in Spain that has little effervescence. I opened it up and it was so much aromatics. I mean, it was some strong aromatics. And like a lot of structure. So I found it interesting because I feel like the wine needed that little bubbly note to kind of give it an element that acidity usually gives a wine.
Right.
Because it had some existing tannin and it had some existing green notes. So I thought that brought sort of a refreshingness to it.
Okay.
So it was interesting.
I thought that one was interesting too. It definitely wasn't like for me, it was an interesting rosé. I feel like it almost drank like a red to me. And
yes.
I was like, okay. I love when Cynthia describes one.
My friend Kat is on. We work together at the Pendry Hotel, right across from where Dap runs the wine shop. And we did a lot of beverage stuff together. She's sending sweet messages.
Yeah, listen, I love the way Cynthia talks about wine. So you guys know my entry into the wine world was very untraditional. So I am like not nearly as like put together as Cynthia is. I love listening to her talk about wine. So
the wine world is going in another direction though. I swear to God, I went to like this innovative like tasting method that was done by the Wine Scholar Guild, and I'm telling you, they're bringing in those approachable wine terms. It reminded me of you. So
Well,
the wine world is moving in the other direction, girl. You're ahead of the game.
Well, look, I'm glad to hear it. I try. Look, I try. I'm like, gotta make it. For me, it was always like making it relatable for the people who haven't studied, right? So I've done my studying, but I feel like even if I'm drinking, I want to make sure that the people who haven't studied can kind of get where I'm coming from when I'm describing it or when I'm suggesting it. So
that's what it's all about.
I share a little and then I just, talk a lot, whatever. Alicia says she's sipping a Mexican rosé from Tecate, Mexico. It is a natural wine made with Mission, Dolcetto, and Nebbiolo. I feel like I need to taste that. That's interesting. That is really interesting. Okay, so the wine we're drinking this week, for those of you who are just logging on, we're drinking the Deloach Vineyards Rose Pinot Noir. Let me get it closer because the camera is struggling today. Okay, what are your thoughts on this one? I'm gonna let Cynthia go first, you guys, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what I think.
So it's fun. It's really kind of fun to look at these bottles side by side and see the color difference.
Yes.
Yes. And this is a really great example of like sort of like either a direct press or a short maceration wine has that note that's like a pale salmon that. I don't think WSET's using that term anymore, but back in my day, pale salmon it was a thing. Initially, like as soon as I opened the bottle, strawberries is the first thing that came to me. Strawberry, like strawberry cream. There's a creaminess to the wine, and I don't know what would cause a dairy note in this, but like there's an element of cream and steeliness. Just beautiful combination of like delicate flavors.
I definitely get the strawberries and cream. It's giving me, y'all know that orange cream candy that grandma used to have? Listen, I compare everything to candy. It's not sweet. This is not a sweet wine. So let me just throw this out there. It's not sweet, but it definitely giving me a strawberries and cream kind of note. And I'm definitely getting that metallic kind of. And it's creamy on the palate.
So smooth, right?
It's a smooth and smooth.
I've never used the term smooth, but this is so creamy. Creamy is a better descriptor.
Listen, I'm like, it's so creamy on the palate. Like it's very. I like smooth though. It's smooth on the palate to me. On what did this say? Look, I got distracted. What does it say? Strawberry rhubarb.
Yeah. It's Pinot Noir.
It's Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
So if you listen, if you enjoy a good rosé and you've been looking for one, and I like this. I like the creaminess of it. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I do prefer this one for my palate. I prefer this to last week's one. I like my I don't know. I like my rosés light and just a lot more. I don't know. I don't know what word I want to use. But I enjoyed last week's one, but this one is definitely, I prefer it. I like the creaminess on the palate. I like the notes of strawberry. What do you think smelling them side by side? I just took that wine downstairs.
Yeah,
I wish I had.
Literally, this one is like so metallic when you put them side by side. And let me get the third.
That first one, the WCW, I really liked. I like that one too.
It's super. There's an element that's kind of rustic to it.
It is.
Which makes it kind of which makes this package almost like really brilliant because there's an element of this, even though the grape varieties aren't the same, that reminds you of Provence. And Provence focuses on like the direct press method and maybe the short maceration method. Then you've got longer maceration in like Rosado and then parts of northern Spain. And then this one, the closest thing to Tavel, which is that part of Rhone Valley in France that will have slightly darker, more rustic, more angular, less acidic rosé. So it's kind of cool that all three are really represented. But what I would say, like when you're talking about how you like your rosés, you probably just prefer elegant versus complex. Because rosé is just that take it easy kind of wine, right?
I do. I like the elegance of this wine. I do like the Tavel method. I've had a few rosés with that. I do like that method, but I like my rosés elegant and easy. My reds can be complicated. I like my reds complicated. I want to dig in. I want to enjoy the wine, but I also want to like, okay, what is that on my nose versus what's on my palate? Like, what am I like but my rosés I like easy. I really like the creaminess of this. I like that term elegant. I like an elegant rosé. That's good.
Yeah, sounding elegant.
What else have you sipped lately that has been good? Share with us. Look.
Oh wow. Yeah, I forgot the name of it. I actually mentioned it on one of the lives. I had a really interesting, forgot the great variety already. Interesting Italian indigenous variety that was super savory. Like I'm a salty foods girl, like savory over sweet any day, and that wine was just giving. Like it was so amazing. See, there's a red blend that I'm really into right now by Juan Gill. That's really nice. I've been nerding out like to every free webinar that comes across my screen, and my latest obsession is this webinar because you have to like rewatch it and rewatch it and rewatch it. It's on the Wine Scholar Guild website for free, and it's about the science of tasting. And they talked about the
you have to DM me. Look, you have to DM me this link. I will share it with you guys in my stories.
Oh, girl, like all the little questions that people ask about tasting, there's like little tidbits of like connecting the dots. And you're like, it things you already kind of know, but you have a really interesting logical way of explaining it now.
Okay. I'm gonna watch it. Look, I'm gonna watch it.
People want to say that wine tasting is, we're given fluff, but there's a science. Something's happening in the brain. It's cool stuff.
I think learning about wine, falling in love with wine, and especially like launching Black Girls Wine and then taking my studies to the next level. Which, side note, we are still doing the champagne certification. I got some more CPs involved. Look, if you're a society member and you're watching this and you want to study some champagne with us, let us know. We're gonna all get a certification. But with all of like
masters, I've always been intimidated by those master programs.
I want one.
I was always like, oh my god. But okay, the ladies are doing it. Maybe I need to I don't want to get left behind.
Yes, we're gonna do it. I want to do champagne. I really like the fun part about wine for me was learning. I feel like it really tapped into my inner nerd. Like I was the kid that did good in school, and when I got anything less than an A, I wanted to cry. Like that was me. My parents never had to worry about my grades. I was upset when I didn't make good grades, right? And I think that the fun part about look, I'm such a nerd, but I'm a proud nerd though. Like I was like such a proud nerd, and I think wine has just like been it's been fun because I'm learning again, and there's so much to learn about wine. There's so much like even just different notes, and especially having so many food allergies. It's also interesting learning like the traditional descriptors and challenging myself to find other ways to describe wine because I don't have a reference for kiwi. I don't have like I had lemon before I developed an allergy to it, but now it's like, okay, well, I haven't had lemon in years. I'm allergic, like it's just so many things. And so when it comes to drinking it, it's really challenging. And I think that's fun for me. So
I see one of my beautiful coworkers, Janaya.
Hey, Janaya.
Hi, Janaya. I hope you're enjoying Florida. She just graduated. Lovely person. I'm so proud of her. Cheers to your graduation.
Yeah, cheers to you, girl. Listen, graduating. Oh, studying. Oh, Max said, "Don't be intimidated. You will thrive in a master wine program." She would, Max. I don't even know what she. Listen. Cynthia is gonna do so well. She's gonna have all the studying tips. Listen, come on, join us. It's a big group of us that are gonna do it.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome. I love it. Well, with me, it's funny what you were saying about science. So I was kind of the opposite. I loved science up until that grade until you had to use science and math together, and then I got really intimidated.
That was my favorite. Chemistry was my favorite.
I was so intimidated and sad. I'm like, well, I guess I don't do science anymore, and focused on the arts. And I sat down the other day and was just so taken aback by how much science I use every day now. You know,
Mm,
how much biology, chemistry, psychology, sociology. And it was
mm.
like, it was an emotional moment because it was something that was a big part of my life when I was a young child and thought that it wasn't part of my life anymore. But like, I'm using it constantly now. And it's super fun when it comes to like why food and wine goes together. There's so much
Mhm.
chemistry involved. And it's just kind of flowing, which is really neat.
That is awesome. I feel like I hadn't even thought about I probably use English the most. Growing a
Yeah.
business online, writing content, writing emails, even like public speaking, being on live every single week. And yeah, no, look, as you're saying that, I'm like, I probably use English the most, and that was my favorite subject because science. I didn't like science until they added in math. Okay, like I'm sorry, this child like that just. But when they added in chemistry, I was like, oh, I got this. You give me an equation, a 1 plus 1 always gonna equal 2. Okay, that's one thing they can't
Right.
change, right? So
I mean, how many members are in Black Girls Wine Society worldwide right now? About, do you know?
about 150.
So yeah, you're using sociology. You're bringing people all over the world together, and that's
Mhm.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
It means so much.
I love
You
it.
know, that's
Listen,
a gift. I mean, that's really really a gift. You know. So yeah,
I
you're using a lot more than English.
this is true. This is true. I enjoy the sociology part, and then like even I like encouraging other people to learn, so that's fun. But and I like the connection. I definitely was always like a big people person in school. I was friends with all these different groups of people, and so as an adult, I've heard people say like it's hard to make friends as an adult, but that's why organizations like Black Girls Wine Society exist, so you can find your people. Like it's a whole lot easier. And
Exactly. It's like, I'm technically an introvert, and like nobody would really. Most people don't know that I'm an introvert,
definitely didn't know
but
that.
it, literally, like, I mean, I'm not gonna find a man or a friend unless they break in my house. So it's really good for me to like literally sitting at home waiting for Mr. Right to break in my house. But no, it's great to find things that encourage me to get out and interact and break the ice, and then you find all these wonderful things you have in common with people. Super super special.
Yes, that was one thing. Oh, you know what? And you're here. Is that what made you join the society?
Oh, who me?
Uh huh.
Um, you know what? It's a little bit more of a tricky story. I was out and about, and I was just like, I was out in a restaurant and everybody started kind of crowding around me. And I noticed somebody was watching me taste cheese and wine. And it was really weird. I was like, why are these kids all watching me? They all worked in a specific restaurant.
Hmm.
And I was pairing my cheese with my wine. And then one person sheepishly, shyly walked up to me and goes, we see you matching your cheese and your wine. And there's this lady, and they insert name because I don't want to say her name. She's African American. She's studying to be a master sommelier. Are you her? And I'm like, no. No, I'm the other black woman that likes wine. I didn't know what to say. God bless you. God bless you. But like, obviously, there's more than one person, more than one black woman that likes wine. And I gently let her know, oh, I'm not her, but I really have a passion for it. And I explained why I paired each cheese with each wine and encouraged her to try it and made it a gentle thing. And I was going through and I was looking for something to do one weekend, and I saw the society, and between that experience and um, needing to get out and meet people and seeing something that was fun and accessible, I was like, okay, these two experiences together, you know, I want to see the outreach and helping
Hmm.
people understand that there's so much diversity in wine, and I have learned so much about diversity in wine as being a member of the society. It literally was life changing.
Yay! I'm so glad you're here. Listen, so glad you're here. Just one, none of the others. Come on, girl. Listen, that is part when people ask me, like, oh, what's one of the big things, like one of the reasons you started it? And I'm just like, there are a lot of reasons, but thoroughly enjoy being in a circle of my sisters, getting to try new wines and grow my palate. I enjoy growing together. So
Oh my God, so good.
it's a lot of
Everybody
fun.
is so good at something. Everybody.
Everybody. And listen, Alicia is commenting. She's like the queen of the ports. Okay. Like Terry. I don't know if Terry's watching. Terry, where are you at? Are you still on Facebook, Terry? Or are you on Instagram? Terry, champagne. Like
Yeah.
everybody. So I enjoy that. So it's such an enjoyable journey. But
I have a little tidbit. Somebody we're not gonna sleep on is Sharice, man, her tasting descriptions has gone through the roof.
come on, Sharice. We see you.
Look at you. Oh my God,
We
you get me
see
so
you.
excited about it.
We are very proud of you. Look, I'm so proud of all of us. Look, but all of you growing and just really being able to expand your palate. So, all right.
Awesome.
What are you pairing this wine with before we go? What are you pairing this wine with?
Oh yeah, this has all the classic notes that you can pair with goat cheese. There is, I want to literally sit by any body of water with this bottle of wine in a bowl of marinated olives.
Y'all and these olives. That I feel like that is like a society wide thing. Y'all, my sisters love some olives, and I don't understand.
Rosé and olives are meant to be. Like, they're just meant to be. I'm sorry, it's a thing. It's like when I think of rosé, I think of parts of the world where there's bodies of water and just that fresh fish that gets pulled out of the water and thrown on the grill with little antioxidants. So just any fresh, grilled, clean fish, it's going to be amazing.
Here go Angela, and our sister Angela from the Richmond chapter. Tell us olives and cheese. Y'all can keep them olives. I'm here for the fish. Definitely here for the fish. And the goat cheese is my favorite cheese. I feel like I'm getting older and my body is like, girl, stop playing when it comes to cheese. And I'm like, no, you stop playing. We're gonna have this cheese. But we get in a fight.
For my tulip glass, by the way.
I need some tulip glasses. That is so. I need some tulip glasses. I don't have any. I should, but I don't have any.
It's perfect. It gives like room for that wine to aerate, but also the nose and the palate are going at the same time. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna get some. Definitely gonna get some. Okay, goat cheese. Y'all are going off about this cheese and these olives. I cannot. You know what? On that note, Cynthia and I are gonna leave you guys with your goat cheese and olives. And thank you, Cynthia, for joining me. And
thank you for having me. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Hopefully I wasn't too badly. I really enjoyed it.
Oh my gosh, no, never. And you are definitely coming back. We will pick a wine and we will drink again together. I'm so glad that you could be here to sit with me.
Cheers to you and all you do. It's amazing. This is an amazing group to be a part of. Really appreciate everything you've done for us.
Oh, well, thank you. Look, thank you for being here. I'm doing everything I can to keep our sisterhood alive and thriving. So I love you for being here, and I love you, all my sisters. Thank you, wine friends, for tuning in and watching. And don't forget, next week I will be on here live with the makers of this fabulous lippy that's nowhere on my glass. Okay, y'all have got to tune in next week and get all the tea and how you can order. So,
I can't say the same.
Listen, I'm like, listen, y'all. This lipstick is everything. This is my new favorite. These shades, I love these two shades, and she's coming out with more collection. So you want to come back and meet her next week. It's going to be a good time. And she actually is a former chapter president in the society. She loves the society, but of course, she had to run off and launch this dope lipstick line. And so we're going to bring her back and we're going to talk about it. So I will see you next week, Cynthia. I will see all of you next week. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye. All right, Facebook. Y'all be good now. Have a good night. Bye, Shaquana.